Well, good morning, everybody. It's Bella here. I'm back off my holiday. I'm Bella from Bella's Crafty Studio, and I'm in partnership with Rachel from RachandBellaCrafts. So I'm so pleased to be back, and I've just got a couple of things to show you that I did on holiday. We had such fabulous weather that we didn't do much crafting. So I'll just show you what I did do, and I hope you're all well. I've missed you all, and I thought, well, if I don't do a journal, sorry, not a journal, if I don't do a video today, I don't think I will make another one. So I thought, well, let's just show you what I've been up to, and then that'll get me back into the swing of things again. So whilst I was on, or before I went on holiday, I did a load of embossing, and I took some plain ones with me, like this, that I just did on my embossing machine, and all different types of patterns. So they're the ones I did before I went. And whilst I was there, I used these paints. If I can just swing over and bring my stock, put that down there, and just I don't know, there's no make on there. I don't know where I got these from, probably the Works or somewhere like that. I don't know where I bought these, but that's what I used anyway, and they're sort of very bright colours, so I thought I'd use those. Let me put those back down there. And what I did, I just painted over the embossing, so I don't know how well it's going to show up. Let me just stand up a minute, and then I can see what I'm showing you. Now that's very pale pink. This one is probably a better colour. That's a light sort of turquoise. All right. It's come out really nice. I like that one. Yeah, that's better. And that's a pale pink again. If I hold it there towards the light, you can see it. All right. I just thought it was another way of using the embossing papers. That's a deeper pink. More of a shocking pink, isn't it? Girly pink. And that's another turquoise, that one. And they don't take long to dry, these. Because they're watercolour, they dry very quickly. And there's two different colour pinks on there. All right, and I thought that would be good for making this kind of thing. Okay, I'm using this backing papers. And these are what we've been doing lots of. This is our painting fodder. All right, and I did those with the same paints, just on book pages. Now this one I embossed on some material, but really it needed to be thicker, so I don't know whether you can tell, it's really thin. I'll hold it like that. So if you're going to emboss on material, use a thicker material, because I did try painting on it, but it was flattening it out, so I didn't bother doing any more. This is just a bit of scribbling I did, and that will go in with my fodder. So that's that. So that's what I did whilst I was away. I drew this while I was away as well, giving me some ideas for my slow stitching. So that's just a doodle, all right? So that's easy. Anyone can do that. And there's lots of videos on YouTube showing you how to do that. And when I came home, these I've just done this morning just to try and get me back into the mood of crafting and collaging. So that was what I've just done. And I've used the papers, and I've just painted over the top of these. I don't know whether you can see. And I've used, what did I use? I used the pearl, what I used the other day. And that hasn't got any on, and that has. So if you want it shiny, you can paint over it with something like this. All right? And if you just want it flat, then just use your watercolours. Okay, so that was that. And then I used this morning, I'd already painted these before I gone on holiday, and it was just the plain flat paint, as you can see there. And then I went over it with this, and it's called glitter glue, and not expensive, from Hobbycraft. And I just put it on top of some plastic and squeezed it all out, and then I used this to scrape it with. I just scraped it down. Now I've been meaning to trying to find out what these were called. And Roxy Creations told us the other day that they are facial you know, you put your masks on your face or something. So I immediately got onto Amazon and I bought these. I couldn't get the lovely round one that she had because I think that would have been better, because this one is a little bit, you see it's curved there, so you're losing that bit there. So see if you can find something that's more rounded, and it's called a face mask. I forget the other bit, but I can look it up if you want to know, or go on to Roxy Creations, she'll tell you. But this one is great for this. And I just scraped it down like that. I took it off my palette and just scraped down this. So if you want something glittery, girly, lovely, then that's the way to go. Okay, so that's got the pearl effect on there, 3D pearl effect, and that's pastel blue by Dovecraft. And this one is glitter glue from Hobbycraft, and I'm sure you can get those in any works or anywhere like that. Okay, so that was those. So I thought I'd have a little play with those. And then I made, the day I came back, I put all my laundry on, and I put on Eve Spade. Yes, Eve Spade. And she's a friend of Gail Agostinelli, and she was making these on one of her videos. So I got on, I made some of those, and that one can go in a book like that, and you can flip it out like that. And all she's done is made a V there, but she just did it on the front of a book page, and then rolled it all back and glued it down, or not, it's up to you. And then you can decorate it then. So I started making some ephemera fodder. Okay, so that was those. But mainly I've come on to show you my completed slow stitch. So if you hang on a sec, I'll just go and get a nice cloth to put underneath. I'm right here, because I think it'll show it off better. Turn it around. Move all that out of the way. There we are. Yep, she's in view. Right, so that's the front, obviously, and it's a hard book cover that I've covered with material. I think that's a William Morris, I'm pretty sure that's William Morris material here. Let me check I'm in frame, yes. All right, so I've layered this up, and it's got lace underneath material, and then some really thicker material, and then I embroidered a little flower on there. I'll stand up, I think. All right, and you can see, and I have actually stitched my name there, which isn't actually my real name, as you know, because my real name is Angelita, but my surname was Bellanato, and my grandmother was always called Nana Bella, so it's in memory of my grandma. Okay, so that's on the edging. There we are, so that's that. 2 buttons here to finish it off, and some lace. And then I made this, because I think I made the cover before I started doing any of the embroidery, so I'm not sure that was the correct way to go, but anyway, that's what I did, and it's worked out okay for me. So that's a little pocket. I don't know whether that will go in there like that to show you, but it is a pocket. All right, and this one, I think, I'm pretty sure that, yes, I think I've printed that on material. So that was a print I did on material. Did a little bit of slow stitching there, put some lace around there. I had actually machined that on, so that was obviously done before. And this I've stitched Bella's Journal of Stitchery, and that was our first page. So there's quite a bit of stitching on there. You can't see it mainly because it's very pale, but I've done some cross stitch up here and some slow stitching down here, straight stitching. All right, and I've just layered up all the layers. Okay, and I put the lace is sort of, it doesn't go all the way underneath, it's just a trim that I put around the edge there. So now these are not in order as we've done them with the prompts from Rachel and Sarah's Journal of Stitchery. I've just put them where I thought they looked best. Okay, so they're not going to be in order as they were when we did them. That's what I'm trying to say. So there's a little rabbit on there jumping through the flowers. All right, and I'll hold it up so you get a good view of it all. And that's the first time I'd done anything like that with the beading, and I think it turned out okay. All right, a little word called joy there. And this is the last, was it the last one we did? I think it was. I think that was the last page we did. So that was that. So I'm stitching up here. And I did some French knots there, down here. Cross stitching there, and that's cheesecloth. And I've just laid it up. And this is the cottage that Cheryl and I are going to meet up and have tea in one day. Hi, Cheryl. I hope you're well, dear. Okay, I didn't actually do these flowers. And if you're not very good at embroidery, then find an old tablecloth that has got lots of embroidery on there. Just cut out your flowers and then you can just build them up. I did do the little green. No, I don't think I did that either. No, I didn't. So anything, I did the sun and I've done all the stitching on here and on the chimney. All right, just laid it up again. And these are just off little doilies, all these little bits. Anything that's got texture, just sew it on, stitch it on, okay? Because it doesn't have to be embroidered. As I've done there, let me stand up. As I've done here, I have stitched over. It's one I've actually printed on, material I printed on, and then I've actually stitched over the flower that was on there. I think it's one of Rachel's from RachandBellaCrafts, and it was a butterfly we had to do, so I did stamp that, and then I've stitched that, so that's embroidered. Put some stitching down here. All right, now this one I'll just show you up close is Vita's from Ukraine, and that's a trim that I use off that I bought from Vita. I did actually embroider the bird. That's one of Vita's as well. My frame, yes. And I did actually embroider that bit there. So this is a new experience for me. And the branch I went over again, I did some stitching. You can see the stitching, I think. And here. All right. So that was that. And I put some lace down there. Put it back in so you can see it properly. Looks better from a distance, doesn't it? And what I've done here, and that was the last page, so what I've done here, because we had 6 months worth of prompts to do, at the beginning we had to learn our stitches, so I didn't want to put these at the beginning, and besides which I had 1 page left, so I thought, what am I going to do? So what I did, I've stitched both of them here, and all I need to do is just flick it up. So I've got them in there. I wasn't going to put them in first of all, and then I changed my mind. And then all my stitches are here. They're safely tucked in the back. So I thought that's what I was going to do in the end. And then I've got a pocket here again of lace. It's a lovely way to make a pocket. If you've got plenty of lace, then put some pockets in, because it does make it look really pretty. So I just love lace, as you know. And this is canvas, and this is printed on material again. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. Excuse me. So that's the end of that. So there we are, she's finished. And I really, really enjoyed her. She's been a joy to make, and it's my first attempt at doing something like this. My other one, let me just stretch up and show you my other one. This is what I did with Anne Brooks. So it's not really my first attempt. This was the first one I made, but it's a soft cover and you can bend it, which I absolutely love. And I wish I'd done the same with that one, but we are going to do, just so you can see, I'll just flick through quickly so you get some idea. And I've stitched on there as well, so you know, it gives you plenty of scope for just playing. It's like doodling, really, only you're doing it with stitches. Okay, and I've tied that one in with some ribbon. I might do one of these on one day, a small one. Perhaps I'll do a small one on camera. But Anne Brooke has loads of ideas, and look how she lies. Isn't that lovely? So I'm thrilled with that one. I absolutely adore this one. And I put that on there as well. All right, so that was that. And that's the one I just completed. But I was going to say, we're going to start in July. There's a lot going on in July with Roxy Creations and Sarah. They're doing a stitchery for Christmas. And if you're not into Christmas and it's not your faith or way of thinking, then they're just going to do a winter one as well. So they're going to be working alongside each other, which I think is lovely. So pop along to Rachel from Roxy Creations, and she will fill you in on all the information to get yourself sorted ready for July. All right. Also, on our own, well, is it on the trading post? No, it isn't. It's going to be a collaboration. We're doing a July collaboration. And if you go on to my Rachel from RachandBellaCrafts, she will fill you in on the collaboration that we're doing in July. Okay, so if you go over to Rachel's, RachandBellaCrafts, she will fill you in on the collaboration that we're starting now in July. And mine is on the 4th of July, I believe. It's either the 4th or the 5th. Okay, so I'm working on that at the moment. So I'm going to be a little bit in and out at the moment because there's a lot going on. So I'll dip in and I'll show you what I'm up to, and we'll go from there. So lovely to speak to you all, and I hope you've enjoyed this. And it was just a little catch up. So bye for now.